In King Island's richest race, they make their way towards the 800 metre mark and out wide on the track. Spy Ninja raced up to just put their head in front. Everest Dan and Afridi, the favourite, arrives in time. Afridi won the cup, defeating Everest Dan, followed in by Paxa Punch.
Thank you everyone for coming this evening at such short notice. But the financial side of things took a little bit longer than expected to get all sorted. And our excellent, fantastic, beautiful Heather Archer, our Secretary Treasurer, has spent a lot of time getting all this organised, putting it together. But as you probably all know, that the race season didn't look like it was going to start this year. At our AGM last year, it wasn't looking good. So I put a post on Facebook asking people to, what they can do, come and help. And then I also sent a text to John Cleland, hoping that maybe he would send it on to Henry Dwyer, because Henry had Rip It Up Reggie the year before. I thought, if we get one or two horses from Henry, it'd be great. And I had no idea that it was going to snowball into what it did. So we were very thankful for the Henry Dwyer Ballarat Syndicate, which, there's too many of them, consisted of Henry Dwyer, Andrew Noblet, Andrew Bobbin, David Eustace, Tony and Calvin McAvoy, Kieran Marr and Archie Alexander. So we can't thank that group enough, and their helpers, Eleanor and Wayne Kratz, that's who works for Henry. So I'd like, and John Cleland and Lachey also did a hell of a lot of work, and with Heather's help to get all this on the go, and then for the Miners' Cup Rest to be so successful. So I'd like to put our hands together for them. It really did put King Island racing season on the map, even though we're very famous for our own 131 years of racing. So Heather has done up all the people that, so what happened then, what the Henry Dwyer crew wanted to do was all the money from those 6 horses that came over, all the money was put into a pool, and then they chose 6 charities for it to go to. But one of them was the King Island Community Fund, which actually isn't a thing. So me being horsey and kids starting off at Pony Club and Dressage Club, I asked Henry, was it okay if we did it to them? So we did half each of the $4,000, because originally then they said that they would donate or make sure there was enough funds for $4,000 for each charity. But the other one was Fire Brigade and SES, they put those together. So we're giving them $2,000 each, and then the Grassy Pool, who's first up, is $4,000, and your sponsor was IRT, International Racehorse Transport, and Henry Dwyer Racing. So if you'd like to come forward, Richard, to receive this on behalf of the Grassy Pool, and it's $4,000. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. So would you like to say a few words to...
just quickly. Look, it's always a struggle to get enough money into the pool to keep the doors open. It's pretty old infrastructure in there, and it's costs a fair bit of money to get the upkeep going. So any donation, large or small, and this is a large one, is very much appreciated. So thanks very much.
Right, thank you, Richard. So the next one is the King Island Historical Society, and that was sponsored by the Tile Importers and Andrew Noblet Racing. And the King Island Museum, I think, has really, really improved since Luke Agati has been there. And Luke also wrote a book of 130 years of King Island racing, which there's still some available, is there, Luke? Yeah. Think so? Yeah. So that is a wonderful milestone that Luke has put together for a King Island Racing Club in our community and beyond. It's just so much time must have gone into that. So if you'd like to come and accept your cheque, because I think Luke will put this to good use, Luke and the committee. Thank you so much, Luke. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So would you like to say a few words, or what will you put this towards?
Well, we have We need to replace the machinery shed roof at the museum, and it's going to cost about $700,000. So $7,000.
Oh, 7,000. Okay, so that's about 2/3 of the roof then.
Yeah, that needs to be done fairly quickly because
Yeah.
water's getting through. And,
Yeah, excellent. Oh, well, it's going to go to good use.
The sponsors.
Yeah, that is great, isn't it? Yeah, thanks, Luke. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so the next one is is the Royal Flying Doctors, which I always love to put money towards because I've used them so many times between myself and our children, and Wayne. So the sponsors for this one are the Magic Millions, McAvoy, Mitchell Racing. So Kelly Lancaster started, come forward Kelly, yeah. She started raising money by horse riding from one end of the island to the other to raise money for the Royal Flying Doctors. So we asked Kelly to come along and accept the cheque on the Royal Flying Doctors' behalf. So thank you very much, Kelly.
Thank you.
Yeah, so how come you started doing the Royal Flying Doctors? Have you used them several times yourself?
Well, I've never used them personally.
Lucky.
My kids haven't, touch wood.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to do that ride just for the fun of it, but I thought I should do it for something. And then I hear the planes, it goes over our house, so I thought, I'll do it for them. So
Excellent, good. So you'll pass that on and let them know how it all came about.
Yes,
Thanks very much, Kelly. Thank you. Okay. So the next one is the Snodgrass Park Retirement Village. So the sponsors for that one was the Ladbrokes and the Grampian Racing. So that's $4,000. So Peter Ude is the president. So would you like to come and accept that? So to help keep up everything great for the oldies. Thank you so much. Thank you. Would you like to say a few words?
First of all, I'd like to thank the donor of this cheque, and just a couple of things I would like to say. Snodgrass Park, we've got 22 units, for the people that don't fully know. We've got a small committee of 9 to 10 people, and that committees we're all volunteers. I've been involved with it for nearly 7 years. Another harder working group of I struck to work with because it's an area where there's been a lot of maintenance over the years, and there's quite a bit of money spent, and still will be quite a bit of money spent. For those people who don't really fully understand, when a unit becomes vacant after a certain period of time, we always like to go and refurbish that unit completely because we don't know how long new people will go in and so forth and so forth. I've enjoyed, and I still enjoy, participating in that. It's an asset to this community, and it will continue to keep going. Finally, I'd also like to especially thank Audrey and her helpers for the type of race season we had last year. I myself also didn't think races were going to continue on, but last year was such a successful year. Everyone enjoyed, and there's two things I'd like to mention, just what two people said to me during the season, particularly that day when all the visitors come. One couple couldn't get over, they said, how long did it take for the bulldozer to push the hill up here? And they had no idea that the hill was a natural stand. And another couple was very much involved with races, been all around the country. And they said, we've been to a lot of country tracks, and this organisation here, the way it was planned, organised and run, is up with any country racetrack in Australia. So congratulations, Nori, and your helpers.
Yes.
I know you've
Heather,
done a mighty job, but a lot of people do a job behind the scenes. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So the next one is the King Island State Emergency Service. So that was sponsored by Sweetenham Stud, and that's Alexander Racing. So that was $2,000. So Vinnie Holthouse is in charge of the SES and looking after us all when there's an accident. So congratulations, Vinnie, and I'm sure that this will go to a good cause for the SES.
Most certainly will. Thanks to Audrey and all the people that are in front, behind the scenes, and organisers, everything. This will go to a good cause. Our last lot from other people have gone to our new lights on the truck.
Oh, yeah.
And this one will go to just as good a cause.
Oh, good.
And I'd just like to say thanks a lot to everyone that's been involved behind and in front of the scenes, everyone. Because I know there's a lot of names that, no one will ever know.
Thank you. I just tell you a little story. I only organised this late, so last Sunday morning I rang Vinny and I said, how are you, Vinny? About 8:30 Sunday morning. He said, well, that depends what you want at this hour of the day. And I said, well, I don't really need anything. I want to give you something. So yeah, he had to backpedal for this one, didn't you? Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Audrey.
Thank you. So the next one is the King Island Fire Brigade, which we can't do without either, and the sponsors were Sweetenham Stud again and Alexander Racing. So $2,000. So we have Chris Crouch and Campbell Keeler. Chris you're the boss these days, they tell me.
Brigade Chief, yes.
Oh, Brigade Chief. So, and Campbell, you've just been away and done some more training?
Yes, so me and Craig Constable were away on the week and done our crew leader course.
Yep. Yep.
Which is good.
So our firemen are just as good as any others and they're volunteers. So I'm sure this will go to a great cause.
Yeah,
thank you so much. Great.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Chris.
Audrey.
Yeah. Thank you.
Race Club.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks very much for coming. The next one, like I said, we had the King Island Community Fund and we're hoping that we're going to get more children that will be involved in horses to try and keep our race club going. So they've got to start off young. So I thought, well, we'll do the Pony Club and Dressage Club. So on behalf of the sponsors, King Island, it's Kia and Kieran Ma Racing, is $2,000. Trish McKenzie, would you like to come forward? Trish has been the president, and Kirsty, our secretary. Well, the Dressage Club pretty much is president, vice president and secretary treasurer, so there's not many of us left. But Trish has been, how many years? 40-something years president?
Lost track, about 35 I think.
Yeah, and Kirsty's been our treasurer for a very long time. So so we need a lot of new things also for the dressage side of things. So congratulations, Trish and Kirsty. So
thank you.
Thank you. So we'll put that to good use, won't we?
We certainly will. As you know, with the population of King Island declining, or maybe it's not, maybe it is, we don't have a lot of members left in our dressage club or in our pony club. But the ones who are still here are really keen to train their horses and to ride, and we're really keen to pass our knowledge on to the children of the island. And this will really help us. The main aim of our club is to bring people in to train and show safe care of horses and riding skills, to go to dressage if that's possible, go as far as you can. And so this will really help us bring in more people to help the children of King Island and the adult riders. Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you to the sponsors.
Thank you. And last but not least, we have the King Island Pony Club, also sponsored by Kia and Kieran Ma Racing. So I have Anita Polson and Jeanette Illman representing King Island Pony Club. So congratulations, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
And these ladies are keeping Pony Club going. And I'm actually a life member, but we started off Pony Club back when...
Before my time?
Yeah, our kids were little, and Sean and Justin and Jessica all did Pony Club, but Sean and Justin went on to become jockeys, so that was because of Pony Club. So, they learnt a lot there, and then they started off with Peter Chivers and then Jim Taylor. So, but all their skills they learnt through Pony Club. So,
and there's definitely a couple of little girls in at the moment that will probably definitely find their way into the race industry.
Yeah.
So we'll use this money, which is we're very grateful for. Thank you very much to the sponsors, to buy some new equipment, some new games equipment, and to bring an instructor or two over to the island to teach our little people some new skills.
Yeah. So hopefully we can continue Pony Club and Dressage Club and the Race Club. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, so once again, Ian, you'd like to come and say something? Yeah, come on. Yeah, sure. Yeah, come. Yeah, absolutely.
I just think that it's such a wonderful thing with so many people to thank to have done what's happened, particularly with you two here. Brilliant job. But there's one person who's not here tonight and hasn't been mentioned, and that's John Cleland.
I did say he couldn't come, yeah. I did
He did say that to me. So I'd just like to say that really John has been the spearhead of making this year, I think, successful as it has been with the connection with
Henry. Henry Dwyer.
Henry,
yeah.
Sorry, Henry. But you know it's Kieran Ma for me, not you, okay? So if you're watching this, you can understand Spy Ninja has a debt to settle with you. But anyway, it's just a wonderful thing to be able for them to come here and be a part of our fabric through racing, and for us also to train those horses here as country people, to be at that elite end, rubbing shoulders with all of them. It was a great experience, and I think that Henry Dwyer, really with his workforce, Kratzy and his wife have put countless weeks into organising all the sponsors and everything to make this so successful. So I just think that we've got to sing their praises loud and long, and we've got to also work this year to make sure that, you know, they can't keep pulling us along. We need to help ourselves, and that's going to be the biggest thing, to be able to follow in their footsteps where they've left a legacy, to make it into the next year and years to come forward. Thanks, Audrey, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ian. Thank you. And that's what I'd like to finish on. Like, it's been great having the Miners' Cup rest, the Ballarat crew, but without our local trainers that continued on, all the helpers, all the stable hands, all the owners who have put in, all the volunteers who have helped keep the track going, and Chris Diplock coming over, bringing 5 horses and then taking on 2 or 3 more, and Rod and Val McGarvey giving up their beautiful property for Chris to house his horses, and then he rented a room at Aileen. So without all that, we would still not be able to go ahead. So once again, thank you to everyone for coming. And if you don't mind, could we just all line up the ones that received the cheque, and we'll have a photo for the local paper.
Afridi the outside, trying hard. Never a stand, and Afridi, the favourite, arrives in time. Afridi won the cup, defeating Never a Stand, followed in by Paxa Punch. Behind those was Alpine Skater, Spy Ninja, and Pummel at the tail.